Hi, welcome to this edition of Freebie Friday. We are looking at task management today and how to be more productive. One of the tools that I use to help me be more productive is an application that you can get from the web store. So we're going to go there first. The Google Chrome web store, if you haven't explored that, has lots and lots of great things that you can check out. When we get here, it has lots of add-ins that you can add on to Google Chrome to make you more efficient, productive, better marketing, lots of games, just a variety of applications. But for today, we are going to look up something called the Pomodoro technique. Pomodoro technique is something that I've written some blog posts on in the past. It's a technique where you work for 25 minutes and then you take a 5-minute break. Studies show that you're more productive if you can focus in short bursts of time and then take a break, walk away from a situation, and then come back to it fresh. So I use this all the time in business to get through specific tasks and to make me a more productive worker. You can see here there's lots of different ways that you can use this. They all focus on that same technique. Musti is not one that I have used before, but you can see it's got a little countdown clock for you, and then you can take a short break or a long break. I actually use strict workflow, and I use that for one particular reason, and that's, you can see this right here. It actually will block specific URLs until your timer starts. And I find that sometimes I get into a good flow working and I'll have a thought, ooh, I wonder if that would be a good resource, or I wonder if there's an image that would work well in this. And then I will jump from what I'm doing over into Pinterest or Google image search. And I end up there far longer than I intended to. So what I have found makes me more productive is for those 25 minutes to strictly focus on getting content produced, writing, working through my emails, just nailing one specific task, working my way through it, and then taking a little break, and then coming back and filling in the missing pieces. So we're going to go ahead and add this to Chrome. It will take just a second and ask if you want to confirm that extension, and this works on both Mac and PCs. I use this on both. And then it tells you that strict workflow has been added to Chrome, and you can see I've got my little tomato that's popped up here. At this point, we can use this extension just by clicking on the icon, and you can see we're now on a 25-minute clock. So I'm going to click that, we're going to X out of here, and then we are going to go back to Google. At this point, my clock is running, and so I can come in and I can do a Google search. What you need to do at this point is to right-click on Strict Workflow and then come into your options. Right now, these are the basic websites that Strict Workflow thinks can be the most distracting to people trying to be productive. You can add any websites that you need to here, or you can delete any of these that you might be using to be more productive. So for instance, if you're going to be using this particular tool to help you get through your social media content, and you want to post on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and get your content up, then obviously you don't want to block those sites, because when your timer is running, these are the sites that are not going to come up. If you wanted to add an additional site, then you would just click here, you would add a new one, and then it would all of a sudden be added to your block list. You can also adjust your workflow times. So if you would rather work for 30 minutes and then take a 5-minute break, you can do that as well. You can toggle on, have a notification show when the timer finishes and whether or not it's going to ring an audio notification. And then you can have clicking on a running timer to restart it. So if you've gotten distracted and you want to click on it and have it start all over, you can save that as well. We're going to go ahead and save our changes here. And then just to show you how this works, if I were to go from here and try to go to Facebook, it's going to pop up and tell me that this site has been blocked. Took a second there for it to kick in. Usually that would be instantaneous, but it's going to tell you that the page has been blocked until a break timer starts and get back to work. Nice little reminder there for me to dive back into what I'm doing. That's all until next Freebie Friday. If you decide to try out the Pomodoro technique, be sure and pop on over to our Facebook Village and let us know what you think. Thanks, everyone.